Hello everyone and welcome to Fleet Plays Rule the Waves 3. This time on the channel, what we've got is we've basically got the treaty period. What I can only describe as the, well, how would I put this? We've entered the treaty period in possibly the best position that it's possible for us to be in. What do I mean by that? Well, we have the most modern capital ships of anybody in the world. And I say that with some degree of confidence. Why do I say that, I hear you all ask? Well, the reason why I say that is basically because if I actually bring up Rule the Waves and then bring it up so that we can see it, we have the two most powerful battleships in the world, bar none. There is nothing else in the world that comes close to this pair of ships. Not a thing. They're fairly slow, only capable of 21 knots, but they are brutally powerful. They're armoured against their own 16-inch guns. Like, if you can't run from them, you're dead. In terms of battle cruisers, we've got 3 Grengham class. These ships are some of the most powerful battle cruisers in the world, albeit they're only armed with 9 14-inch guns. I'm tempted to convert them to 6 16s, but that may not happen. We're refitting the Sisoi Velikis, who are basically our version of, you know, ours, QE's older battleships retained under the treaty system. And we've got some Zemchug-class cruisers coming into service as the new modern cruisers of the fleet. And we've got a large number of modern destroyers that have joined the fleet as of recently. And we've got our light carriers that served fairly well during the war, with basically the entirety of the planet that wasn't Germany or Spain. That was a hairy war, if you all remember that. That was very hairy indeed. What I think I will do, though, is I'm going to bring the Boki class in now. What I'm going to do is we're going to replace their machinery, make it reliable machinery, make it oil-fired plus turbines. We're going to strip their torpedoes, add increased depth charge stowage, and 4 depth charge throwers, and give them minesweeping gear. And we're going to convert them into corvettes. Let me just remove the wing turrets. There we go. Oh, there we go. I can have an additional pair of depth charge throwers. Okay, there we go. That works. Doesn't carry any mines, which doesn't have to. There we go. Yep. And they will be rebuilt as the corvettes that will escort and hunt for submarines. And as we go forwards, that will basically happen to every generation of destroyers as the new ones enter service. We left the war with one of the largest submarine fleets in the world. Sorry, submarine fleets. Destroyer fleets in the world. I know I'm not probably going to get many viewers because most people will be watching Dr. Clark, but I can keep trying. So, we're now in the period of peacetime. I'll send some of the oldest ships on the world cruise. Oh, improved bombers. So, what did Russia lose? Well, We lost the Dominican Republic, which is a shame. We lost Sakhalin. And we lost 2 of our finest battle cruisers. The other 2 we sadly had to scrap, owing to the treaties. It's a shame that the Prevenitz class was never finished. The other 2 sister ships were broken up on the slips, and the last one was sunk in a battle in Northern Europe. And of course, the worst thing is that one of the 16-inch armed ships was broken up on the slipway. 11-inch tons. Okay, we can cheat and build up to 20,040 tons. Okay. Hang on. If I go with a ship of... Hang on. What is 37,000 divided by 2? Do a little bit of quick maths here. $18,500 tons. Okay. So I could do that, or I could get a pair of light carriers of about that size. I don't know if they count as capital ships. We have 6-inch guns. No, we want 4-inch guns that are dual purpose, for goodness sake. And no, we don't want any secondary guns. I want the top deck full of medium anti-aircraft guns. And light anti-aircraft guns. Okay. Oh, we can carry more aircraft than that. Can easily squeeze 50 aircraft onto that. Hang on, can we carry 2 catapults? Out of... Okay, never mind, so 1,600 tons. Well, if I build a pair of those, that will be a pair of carriers, and that will eat up my tonnage. Honestly, yeah. A pair of carriers is probably far better than okay, well, we can get rid of the flight deck catapults because we don't have them. That's fine. But we can 30 knots for the carrier is actually fine. Wait, what? They're casemated guns? The hell? I don't think so. There we go. There we go, that gives us 4-inch dual-purpose guns. Pity I can't have them in double mounts, but hey-ho, what are you gonna do? That's actually fine where it is. Can I have an after double? Oh no, I can't have centerline gun mounts. Could any of the guns be doubles? Oh. Oh. Oh, they cannot build carriers larger than 18,400 tons. So basically, we have to have We have to have 6-inch guns. Okay. Alright, fine. You want us to have 6-inch guns, then we'll have 6-inch guns. At least they don't demand I have to have 8-inch guns, so thank heaven for that. Oh, we can't build a... So basically it has to be a CVL then. And at that point then it should have 4-inch guns. Fleet tries to build aircraft carrier. There we go. Well, we can give her a fairly decent AA battery anyway. There we go. There we go, and put that there. There we go, dual purpose guns. The fact I can still carry 42, actually go with 40 aircraft on this thing. Then I need to decrease the amount of topside weight we have, so there we go, and there. Oh, so this place no more than 1,600 tons. Can I get away with that? Oh, no more than 34 aircraft. Really? Alright. Fine. There. Well, if that's the case then, I can at least squeeze 31 knots out of her. And give her some form of belt armor. Along with a fairly decent deck. 1.5 inches thick. There we go. So we'll build a pair of those and see if they eat into our capital ship tonnage. I don't know whether they will or not, but we'll wait and see. I know, don't worry, 25% of total capacity. Yeah, I know. Like, I know you guys need orders, like, trust me, I'm trying. Send a strong force to safeguard our interest in China, given we have so much interest in China. For God's sake! I know this is what I signed up for when I signed a treaty, but good lord. No, I'm not gonna have the current treaty be extended. Or harshened. I can get away with a relatively effective pair of fast, light battle cruisers. If all goes well. Oh, for God's sake, you're telling me this now, after I've just given up the chance to build. I mean, I could build a single... There we go. Average, no connections, music lover. Assign him as the Tsar's naval aide. That ought to shut him up. Then continue rebuilding some of our ships. Shipyards are closing and workers are laid off due to low new orders for... No! Please do not reduce the size of the docks. Please, do not do this. I need that to not happen. Yes, I will actually do cooperation with the French. Oh, the British took Norway. That's really not what I wanted to hear. Yeah, most people are building light carriers of some kind. The Italians have 2, which they've managed to squeeze into their treaty allowances. They have the pair of battle cruisers. They have a battleship. What do the Italians keep? They kept most of their fast battle cruisers, most of their fast battleships. So they have a pair of light carriers, but not much more than that. Yeah, the US is keeping their Independence class, presumably as their most powerful capital ships. They have the Missouri, but she's not really worth much in a modern context. The Japanese are just shafted in the event of a war with Russia. There's very little they have that can threaten any of my capital ships reliably. The French, again, same thing. Very little they can do. Lots of treaty cruisers being built. The British don't have anything dangerous. Germans have the Mackensons. And we've got the... Like, we're one of... Like, there's only, I think... 1, 2, 5, 6, 10? 16-inch... Oh, Montana's here! Hey! Excellent. Excellent. Montana is here. Fantastic. I thought I was going to do this all by myself. Luckily, Montana is here. I do wish that... I mean, I know we're under a naval treaty right now, but come on. Let's not... Like, can we please not, like, reduce the naval budget to beyond a point where I can't afford to maintain the fleet we've already got? No, I'm not going to sign an alliance with the US, who nicked off with some of my territory. Yes, I will happily buy modern 16-inch guns. Absolutely I will. Okay. Can I afford to at least... I can't even afford to at least lay down one carrier. Stop reducing naval spending! Like, Jesus Christ, if you keep reducing naval spending, I'm not gonna have a fleet. I'm not even building anything, and you've already reduced naval spending to a point where I physically can't afford to keep things... the Sicily Velikis is gonna have to come straight out of their rebuilds and straight into the reserves just to keep the fleet running. Like, good lord. There we go. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, like, I'm actually gonna have to start mothballing large chunks of the fleet. No, all money needs to be allocated to buying warships because I literally can't buy anything at the rate we're going. I can't even afford to expand the air bases of the Empire, which I wanted to do. Well, okay, we'll keep the Grengham class in the active fleet because they're the battle cruisers. They can respond to anything that happens. And we'll have to mothball the Sicily Velikis, which I really don't want to do because I just refitted them, but I've got no choice. I've basically got to put into reserve most of the ships we've got because I actually cannot afford to keep most of the fleet running. All the modern destroyers that we built during the war have to go into the reserves. This is ridiculous. I can barely afford to... Shut up. You're not even giving me the money to run the fleet. These rust buckets are no match for Hanover. For God's sake, I need a war. This treaty was a mistake. I can't afford to put any orders into the dockyards. I literally cannot. Demand the guilty are brought to justice, even at the risk of war. Oh, sweet budget. Welcome back. Welcome back into service most of the heavy units of the fleet. And let me send most of the cruisers to... Most of the new Zemchugs can go to the to Northern Europe, and the Izmaruds can disappear off to the north, to the Far East. And we're going to send most of the Grengams and the Sisoi Velikis to Northeast Asia as well. And the Imperetseya and Ekaterina Velikias are going to stay in Northern Europe for now. All of the modern destroyers in the fleet are also going to boogie on out to the Far East to really give the Japanese something to think about if they try to start any funny business. Pay for the men should not be late again. Why is the budget in the... Okay. Alright, slash the research budget. Still doesn't get us over the hill. We're not building anything. I'm gonna have to bring these two massive capital ships back to the Baltic and... and put the two largest battleships in the fleet into mothball. There we go. Oh, Germany's gone fascist. Bloody hell. No. Austria-Hungary can take control of what it wants to. There we go. And honestly, yeah, I think, yeah, they... Oh my god, they've got a value 8. My god, the Austrians just casually walked in there and nicked off with an extremely valuable state. And Germany's gone fascist. This concerns me. I know we're allies, but it still concerns me. But I think the next wars are likely to be with Japan. This is why the active units of the fleet are in Northeast Asia. Because I'm very concerned about it. I'm actually going to move the carriers out to Northeast Asia as well, because I'm very concerned about the possibility of the Japanese just casually dropping the hammer on my forehead. I don't want them to do that. Unless, of course, we drop the hammer on their forehead instead. At least, a pay thing when a nation requested help for our current refugee problems. Ah, fucking hell, that's incredible. RPs are fun. Nope, we don't have the money. And I mean that we stop reducing tension. For the love of Christ. I can't build submarines, they're banned. My naval budget has dropped stupidly. I'm basically just able to maintain the fleet I've got and do nothing else. I can't even build the treaty battle cruisers I wanted to build. Which was supposed to be incredibly fast, potent vessels, but I can't build them. Can't even afford to work up the designs. I need tensions to rise, otherwise the navy that I've built is just dead. I will buy 20-inch guns because, well, I really do want 20-inch guns. Condemn the adventurous policies of Great Britain, strengthen our own navy. I want range and reliability on a floatplane scout. Okay, yeah, the naval budget is now actually back. Thank God for that. I don't even care I had to antagonize Great Britain to do it. Okay, that's fine. Northeast Asia. So these are the new Zemchugs. These are the modern cruisers of the fleet. Well, let's see if we can do better. Here we go. There we go. Look at that. Advanced directors for the guns. AA directors. Some medium AA guns and some heavy AA guns. Like that. And most of that actual tonnage going into speed. To give these ships an ability to, well, just casually waltz through multiple formations of enemy ships and just go, no. Can I get triples on the underside? Yes, I actually can do that. That's hilarious. This is going to take the light cruiser into a new era. No. No thanks. Back our ally unconditionally. I need the tension. Okay, build me a pair of the new light carriers. And then the rest of the budget will be taken up by the new class of light cruiser. No, I don't like how that looks. I don't like how that looks. I like how that looks, because what I can do is do that. Crank the speed crank the tonnage all the way up to 10,000 tons. Extended belt, 33 knot top speed. Some AA directors. Another pair of medium and one light AA gun. And 210 rounds per gun of 6-inch ammunition. Hello, Stephen Mayer. Why do we have a navy if we can't afford to have one in active service? Because you party all the time with the Tsar. I don't party all the time with the Tsar. That's very wrong of you to say that. There we go. The Zemchug class light cruisers. Oh, for God's sake! Typical. Absolutely typical. Can't have shit in Detroit. I blame the finance ministry for letting funding get to this point. We can't afford to develop new aircraft. We can't afford to do much of anything. Okay, resume construction on the pair of carriers. We have to build something. Strong force, safeguard our interests. Yes, I do need that. Oh, bloody hell. Look, I'm trying. I just don't have the money to put orders into the yards. She's no match for our CVLs. Ours are about the most capable you can get. We are prepared to fight a war with Japan. Yes! Budget! The budget is back, boys! The budget is well and truly back. Oh yeah, the treaty cruiser I never got round to building. The budget is back, boys. It is war with Japan time. Send a force. Excellent, we've secured a new colony with oil. More oil for the Russians. More resources for us. No thank you, I don't want to sell anything. Yes, create the air units. Oh, come on, don't close off the shipyards. I need them to not be closed off. Please. Oh, I really need a war with Japan right now. No. Excellent. Secure the safety of our nation. Do it. Do it. Secure the safety of our nation. Yes, more money. More money to build ships. Yes, more money. Not at me, Grand Fleet Admiral. Let's party and use the Navy's budget. Oh no, I don't want to fight the British. Again. Although the British aren't allied to anybody, so in theory I could actually fight the British. Battleship scare. The threat from Japan means the Duma authorizes more stuff, which means I get more of my new powerful light cruisers. So what's Japan building? They're building... So they've built a pair of treaty battleships, which... I kind of laugh hysterically at those. They've got a bunch of treaty cruisers. And they're building a bunch of diminutive cruisers to keep numbers up, which means that once these cruisers enter service and go out to the Far East, Japan's basically shafted. There's nothing they can do. Handle it discreetly and quietly. We want to raise tensions with Japan and lower them with Britain. Also, send the dreadnoughts out to Northeast Asia. I'm gearing up for a war with Japan. I want most of our active units that are available to be out there. But pretty much everything modern that can be scavenged. Bring the older destroyers back into the Baltic to guard it. Along with half the older cruisers. The other half can go out to Northeast Asia, and then these guys can go back into the Baltic. The whole point of the diminutives was to get enough of them that we would have enough cruisers, and it worked. The Safirs are on foreign station doing foreign station things. It is without doubt Japan. Japan is the one behind everything. If it wasn't for Japan, we would have no problems ever. So what's the maximum size we can build? What was it? It says we can treat to 20,400 tons. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Gringham class that we all know and love. I'm going to drop them down to this size. We're going to make them carry our very nice 11-inch guns. They're going to have armor to match. Easily capable to resist their own guns. And what they're going to be is fairly quick. with a dual-purpose battery and enough light and medium AA guns to, well, shock the ever-living bejesus off of whatever poor aircraft tries to drop a bomb on them. "33 knots. Honestly, 32 knots is enough. That means we can at least have 10.5 inches of... Ship exceeds treaty limitations. Yeah, I'm cheating. I'm actually cheating. You said we were allowed to cheat. You telling me I can't cheat? It has to be 18,700 tons? Okay, can we get away with it? With... twins. Okay, we can get away with twins. And still have this very fast ship. What I'm half tempted to do is go for a magazine box and just try and get 8 guns. I think I will just go for a magazine box. Like, sod everything else. And just try and get this as many shells downrange as we can. Although part of the reason for doing what we're doing is to enable us to jump up to 13-inch guns, or 14-inch guns later on. I'm going to drop the number of medium guns down. There we go. I mean, she's going to absolutely throw 11-inch shells downrange, so she'll be a good counter to the Japanese swarm of heavy cruisers they've built. But they'll probably be converted to carriers after the treaty system dies, after the war with Japan starts. Yep, how dare he spy for Japan? How dare you spy for the Japanese? You evil spy man, you. I'm sorry, sir, we need this ship urgently. Construction must start as soon as possible. Yes! 2% weight saving on machinery. Excellent. There are rumours Japan is about to war us. Well, no shit. Right, okay, let me have a look. What have we got? We've got the Busan Air Base. So let's see. Base overview. Hang on, coastal fortifications. Airbase Busan. So we're going to expand this. We're going to expand this. We're going to expand this. We're also going to, after the lessons of the last Sino-Japanese War, I want a 14-inch coastal battery in turrets. And I also want 3 MBT squadrons. Sorry, 2 MBT squadrons. There we go. Okay, let's do it. Yes, I will actually have a modern naval patrol. I want this to be able to carry bombs and have a good range. Not now. Now, how long until that 14-inch coastal battery's done? 9. Ugh, good lord. Well, we need it. Well, the light carriers might be somewhat overweight, but we need them. We can at least afford to lay down a single battle cruiser as the light carriers come off the slips. Yes, I do. Okay, so let's make this, so... Yeah, there we go. 9. Actually, no, I'm going to change you to be fighters because I'm concerned about the Japanese carriers. There we go. And we've got the new carriers in the fleet? Yes, please. So I want to copy the air wings from Bagitsi and paste them into Ziguli. Yes, there we go. Excellent. And now we need to wait for those ships to be worked up. And then they will transit out to the Far East. That's one. No, we will not take a. We will take a hard line. We will not compromise on anything. Come on, Japan. Come on, Japan. Give me the war I so desperately want. Okay, we can't build that much. We can at least build a pair of battle cruisers at once. And the rest of the money can go into coastal fortifications. Specifically, 2 MBT squadrons. Like, 'cause make no mistake, folks, I am going to flood the coastal waters with motor torpedo boats. Like, Japan is not going to be able to move near their own coastal waters without being swarmed by Russian motor torpedo boats. You told me the treaty was a bad idea. Yes, I know the treaty was a bad idea. Well, no, the head start with the better ships still applies. We are still ahead. There was a hairy bit where the Japanese were. Sorry, the Japanese. The Tsar was reducing spending, so I thought we'd have to scrap some of our capable ships. But luckily, we managed to get into a tension spiral with Japan. So we're back with budget up. We've managed to build a pair of carriers under the treaties. A pair of modern light carriers, which will give us an advantage in hull numbers against the Japanese, with 6 carriers to their 3. We have 6 battleships, they have 7, but our battleships are better than theirs, on average. We have 3 battle cruisers, they have 3, ours are better than theirs. Neither side in this conflict has full-size fleet carriers. We have more light cruisers than they do, and ours are better. They have better destroyers than we do, but I think we have more, and more in theatre as well. Okay, 400, carrying nice amount of bombs. Very nice. Excellent. Improved fighters. Our modern medium bomber. Yep, okay, so I want bomb load and range again, please. Yes, we will actually have the Spanish give us that. Very nice. I will increase the budget for research again, because we need it. And that's actually made up by finishing the construction of the coastal battery in the Far East. Air groups. Has the airbase has been improved yet? Okay, so we need auto add aircraft, add torpedo bombers in. Change number. You want 10 aircraft. And you want to be... Yes, I know, thank you. And then we want 10 torpedo bombers. There we go. Excellent. We at war yet? Wow, something's going on in Syria. We'll send a force. Excellent. Syria is now ours. There we go, there's the MTB squadrons. Thank you. Improved arrestor wires, that'll help massively. Oh, bloody hell, where's that tension with Austria come from? Fascist coups taking place in Italy. Bulbous bow, yes please, that's fantastic. Base route, yep, just increase the I do not want to fight a war with Austria-Hungary if I can avoid it. Excellent idea. New medium bombers with improved range. Excellent. Holy smokes, Batman, where'd all our budget go? Halt construction on the cruisers. All except that one, just to get our budget out of red into the black quickly. Okay, so they can't do 33 knots. They can do 32. So they can't do 33 knots. They can do 32, which is all right. Disarmament contrast. No, we will not be limited by any security restrictions imposed upon us. We're already in a bad treaty. I don't want to get us into another bad treaty. Thank you very much. Yes. Sound location devices. Excellent. Fantastic. Motor invasion craft. Very nice. Halt one of the battle cruisers for a second. To make sure we keep the funding in the black. Build railroads to increase long-term prosperity of the nation. Absolutely, that's what we should do. Oh! War! War were declared. But between us and Austria-Hungary, which is not what I was expecting. Okay, so... what have the Austrians got? The Austrians have the 2 Tyrols, which are nasty. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send the 2 battle... No, if I send the Sissoy Velikis, they'll get chewed up. If I send the... do the Austrians have carriers? Yeah, they do actually. They even have a single full-sized carrier, Budapest. They've got 2 treaty battleships. 2 of their older battleships. And these things, the Tyrols, that are absolute monsters. They've also got these modern cruisers, which are somewhat terrifying. I think what I need to do is I need to send the... I don't know what I'm going to send. Something has to be sent. There we go. These are the lads we've kept around for entirely this purpose. They will protect the trade. Fleet battle, Austria-Hungary. War emergency funding granted to the Navy. Well, that's exactly why I didn't move any ships away from the Far East. Because I knew that was coming. Okay. We're in business. So the modern cruisers, along with modern destroyers, will be moved into the Mediterranean. Do we have the ability to build larger destroyers yet? Let me see. Yes, we do. 2,000 tons. Okay. Right. So get me a 2,000 ton destroyer. Do we have dual purpose? No, we don't have dual purpose. But I can have dual guns. I think. Oh, no, we can't have duals, but we can at least have 4 guns. Okay, so we want a small belt. We want some armor on the turrets to at least make them resist incoming attacks. We want increased tubes for the torpedoes. We want an aft center line and aft center line superimposed added. So the aft turret will move further aft. The aft superimposed will then fire over that, and the aft centerline superimposed will go here. What do you mean you can't identify it by any legal ship type? Bell tower if it has armoured guns. It's a destroyer! Okay, fine. Now we'll just pile on the speed. A 38-knot destroyer. With 5 dual-purpose guns. Let's see the Austrians deal with that one. Cruiser action. Alright. Gentlemen, it's time for everyone's favourite Russian pastime. It's the Third Russo-Japanese War. Oh boy. Even our older cruisers are more than capable of actually dealing with the... Like, the Japanese ships are faster, but all they can do is basically run. Don't tell me... Yep, that's their armoured cruisers. Okay, nope. Nope, we're not here. Let us go into the port! Let us go into the port! Oh, thank God for that. Phew. Yeah, if those Japanese armoured cruisers show up, it's dangerous. Build those destroyers in batches of 3. While we're waiting for our new light cruisers to come into service that can just run from the Japanese. Because it literally, if they want to, they can just run from the Japanese. And honestly, they might even be able to outfight some of the armoured cruisers. Fleet battle. Oh wow, the Japanese are really throwing everything in. Oh, that's not really a fleet battle, but okay. Alright, sure. 2 battleships and 4 destroyers. It's not really a fleet battle, but okay. I really hope the gunnery training we've done during the interwar period has helped. Oh, that's way too close. We need to break away and run. That is way too flipping close. There will be torpedoes in the water if we don't run. Hope our gunnery is better. Yep, that is exactly why. Their torpedoes must be better than ours. Wait, are those the Japanese treaty battleships? They are! They're fast, but they can't stand in a line of battle against the 14-inch armed ships they're currently fighting. These might be older ships, but that doesn't mean they're not able to kick the crap out of these Japanese battleships. It seems like the gunnery training has paid off, though, because we are landing hits. Yeah, those treaty battleships were not worth what they paid for them. They don't have the armor to resist 14-inch shell fire, they don't have the guns to damage my ships in any meaningful way. Whereas the big 14s of the Sisoi Velikis can just... We're just going to casually work over the Hiei, and there's very little they can do about it. Parliament demands the yards be flooded with orders. Like, I can only do that if the money is actually available. Yeah, I think they're trying to run. For harbour. We can't have that. Okay, close in and deliver the body blows required to put those ships down. Slam 14-inch shell fire into them until they die. This is no longer a naval battle, it's an execution. And oh, sweet Jesus, is it an actual execution? Bloody hell. These two treaty fast battleships are just... They can't stand up to the punishment they're receiving. Seems like Japan put great stock in the idea of a treaty battleship, and it's just not worked for them. You will cower before my magnificence, or you will cease to be. Well, we've actually used up all of our ammunition. There we go. Keep firing. Oh. Ha ha! Our airships! Okay, that's one of the battleships sunk. Oh. Well, that's the main guns destroyed. Wait, are our 6-inch secondaries just working over those battleships? Oh my god. That's incredibly funny. Our 6-inch secondaries with direct firing are just working over the Hiei class. That is funny. Oh. Oh, we bombed. We bombed something. Okay, here the Hiei class is in a bad way. Combination of 14 and 16-inch shell fire seems to have done the work. To be blunt, oh, MiG 3s are coming. Yeah, I think that Hiei is done for. The cumulative damage has probably caused them to actually have to retire them. Well, 2 Russian battleships and 2 Japanese battleships entered. 2 Russian battleships walk out. Gentlemen, the fleet that Fleet built has basically proven itself. The Great Russian Pacific Fleet, even after being limited by treaty, is just so much bigger and so much more powerful than the Japanese Navy. There's nothing they can do. Those were my weakest battleships, and those were their weakest battleships, and that just... It wasn't even a contest. We lost 2 destroyers. They lost 2 battleships and a destroyer. What the heck? That's the third battle of... That's the second battle of Tsushima, I think. War emergency funding granted to the Navy. Yes, more war emergency funding. We need more destroyers. Cruiser action. Langtong Peninsula. Please let it be a battle cruiser action. I'm dying to give the... Oh, well, it's not. Oh, well. Never mind. If their battle cruisers show up, or their heavy cruisers show up, we've basically got to move. It's not. It's some of their newer cruisers, which ours are still superior to. Just for reference, the Hammersmith class, leading the line, has 8 6-inch guns, of which 5 can fire on a broadside at once. The smaller vessels only have 4 6-inch guns, which can fire on a broadside, but are well armoured. The Japanese ships... Oh my god, what are they? Those are new. Those are very new. They weren't there before. Those are brand spanking new. Torpedoes in the water. Oh, bloody hell. Mitislav is probably going to sink. Yeah, those Japanese cruisers were not what I was expecting. I was expecting to fight the older Japanese cruisers, but apparently they don't exist anymore. Good lord. Those ships were a nasty shock. Those ships were a very nasty shock. How did we not land any torpedo hits on those destroyers? How did those naval strike packages miss those light cruisers so badly? Well, here comes the airships to deliver a naval strike. Bomb hit! Well, we lost a cruiser, which is annoying, but... Still, lesson learned. The Japanese have new modern cruisers that we have to deal with. Where are the motor torpedo boat squadrons? There should be some. They should be able to operate this close into our shore without being hit by motor torpedo boats. Oh, our aircraft are not doing a very good job at all. Yeah, Japan won that one. And that was a very nasty shock. What are these? So they're them. Yeah, they're the ones that aren't really worth much, but yeah, they're a nasty shock. Building a pair of full-size carriers. And then there's the battleship Congo. So they've got 2 other treaty ships, which are the... They have... So the Nagato is the last of the Hiei. There's 2 Katsuragis. Then there's the Congos. The real big hitters of the Japanese Navy, though, are the battleship Fuji and the 3 Akagi-class battlecruisers they still have. I also want to find and destroy the Japanese carrier fleet, if I can. Also, Japan has far more... Japan has destroyers armed with 6-inch guns. That seems like a bad idea. We have no ships. We just have... Okay, now that we have more availability, I have an idea. Something very, very interesting. A ship armed with 6 of the most powerful guns in existence. Either that, or we drop back down to 16-inch and build ourselves a very capable, fast battleship with 8 guns. That has a fairly sizable immunity zone to its own guns. Drop the size of the secondaries down to 4 inches, but increase the number. Add AA directors and medium AA guns. And I give you Russia's first fast battleship, gentlemen. The enemy has placed their votes on new cruisers. Yeah, it seems like it. Well, we've got new cruisers of our own, don't forget. And what I actually need now is a cheaper war emergency build option of these ships. They'll keep the forward triple. Sorry. They'll keep the aft triple for 7 guns, but that's all. But they'll be smaller and cheaper. The Minsk class. Just shave a lot of money off the cost of building them. Not quite carrier battle. Okay, the Japanese Navy declines. Yeah, of course, I've got more flight decks than you do. Cruiser action. Some cruisers and supporting forces, possibly a carrier. Well, just have to hope their heavy cruisers don't show up, because if they do, we're in trouble. Oh, hello. That is, yep, that's all the Akashi class. Okay. We need to... I don't know if we're gonna... We need to somehow break through them. Bloody hell, our torpedo destroyers can just unleash a huge amount of torpedoes on the enemy. That is something our destroyers are very, very good at. Yeah, we need to move. Yeah, the Japanese are going to sweep our Far East cruiser squadrons from the seas. I had hoped to send the 4 new cruisers into the Mediterranean to defend Russian interests there, but it's not going to be possible. They're going to have to transit to the Far East. Yeah. Keep running. Keep running to the west, boys. Run as fast as we can, because we can't be caught by the Japanese man. Problem is passing through the Mediterranean during wartime when the Austrians are there. It's going to cause problems. And those Austrian battle cruisers as well. That's what terrifies me. Won't be as upgradable for the future for conversion into CGs. Let's turn our oldest and most terrible cruiser into a torpedo cruiser and send it to the Pacific Fleet. Do you want to know something? Given how badly some of our cruisers have been performing, that may not actually be the worst idea I've ever heard. Oh! They're the MBTs. Eee. Yeah. Okay. Duma organizes additional war loan. Budget increases. Open design for a rebuild. I want a machinery replacement. I want increased elevation, and I want an improved fire control system. I don't care how much it costs. No, it's not a battleship. It's a battle cruiser. Okay, where are we? Okay, are they all worked up? Oh, one of our new cruisers is in the yard with engine trouble. Of course it is. She'll have to follow the other ones out to the far... Well, no, they either go as a squadron or they don't go at all. Dive bombers! Okay, that's slightly cheaper. Get me 4 Minsks laid down. Alexander Nevsky can wait for a minute. We don't have any ships in the area. Sadly. Okay, that's some information on Japanese floatplane scouts. Okay, give me some intel. Okay, that's fine. So we're sending the Grengams through rebuilds to re-engine them one ship at a time. What I am going to do, though, is very, very quickly... I'll take 3 months. Yeah, we're not having any battleship engagements, so we're just going to bring in the 2 powerful battleships for fire control refits quickly. Shouldn't take too long. Yes, please. So bomb load and range are what's important for a dive bomber, I think. Better than torpedo battleships, at least. Let's have a look. Because the Izmirids are currently out in Asia. They're not doing too well. Get rid of that. And what if... Can we do that? We can do that. Strip them of the mines they carry. It'll only take 3 months to do, and they're already getting the piss pounded out of them as it is. So let me just... And then we'll remove the 2 wing turrets there. And we'll add... another pair of tubes. Advanced directors for the guns. We're going to reduce the fire control positions down a bit. Yeah, I know they're considerably overweight, but what choice have we got? Get them in for rebuild and get it all done. The Lavochkin Company has developed a fighter as a private measure, and it's way better than our current fighters. Beautiful. Get him off the hook. Improved carrier design. Increased maximum carrier size. Very nice. Right. Okay. Oh, one of our new cruisers had her engines strained on a high-speed run. God damn it. Still, they have to go out to the Far East. They can't not. They're needed. The Ismarids are being rebuilt with improved torpedo stowage to try and basically offset the fact that they can't do anything with their guns so far. And our battleships are having the fire control fits they need to be effective. There we go. And here's Topaz. One of our cruisers. Unknown ship sighted. What is it? Oh, you're kidding me. No. Oh, my sweet Jesus. That's just death. Luckily, they let us break away, but good lord, that thing's terrifying. Oh, shit, it's back. Topaz can't survive that. She's pretty much done and dusted. She continues to fight bravely, however. Ah, bloody hell. Yeah, the Austrians can take some pride in that. Oh! Widespread disturbances and serious... I didn't even do anything to Austria-Hungary! Hell did I do? I didn't even do anything. So the Izmirud rebuilds are coming back into the Northeast Asian fleet. This is good. The Slava-class cruisers are punching their way towards the Pacific. Most of the Zemshu class is in the Far East right now, but that's okay. All the destroyers are there. Got the two Grengham-class battle cruisers ready for action when they're needed. Enemy raid on coastal shipping. It's brave of them, given the vast amount of torpedo boats we now have patrolling the area. But okay. I mean, it's very brave of them. Also, we've got the 14-inch gun battery somewhere. I wonder where they've put it. It's got to be somewhere. Because I know I built a 14-inch gun battery in this region. I just can't remember where. Well, it doesn't give you a choice of where it is. It just is. Where have they put it? Oh boy. That's the incoming attack. Oh, it's one of the torpedo cruisers, and it's close range. Okay, so normal speed, hard to starboard, release torpedoes. Stay on course for a minute. Loose torpedoes! There we go. Where is the 14-inch gun battery? No, that's a 6-inch gun battery. That's another 6-inch gun battery. 12. 6-inch gun battery. I know I built a set of 14-inch guns. Where the heck have they gone? The whole point of them was to defend Vladivostok. It was quite literally the whole point. Where are they? Hey, Tony, get a load of this. Okay, so the Japanese seem to have decided to not do much of anything. Right, gentlemen, I will be right back after these messages. Well, no, not these messages. I'll be right back. Thank you for being patient, gentlemen. I have returned. Well, the second or so Japanese war seems to be going fairly well for us. Aha! We found the buggers. Prepare the torpedoes. Unleash the power of the torpedoes of the Russian Navy, of which there are many. Open the ships for a flotilla attack. Unleash the firepower of the torpedoes. Yes, torpedo hits. Truly, it is a great day. Oh, come on. Hit some of those cruisers with torpedoes. Come on. Oh, then again, that Udachi class is one of their nasty 6-inch destroyers. That's a fairly good kill. You will resist the end, but it will not avail you anything. Yeah, they've grouped all the Akashi class into one formation and are just using it to savage our, There should be a battery of 14-inch guns. I built a battery of 14-inch guns. Oh, it's here! It's battery number 13. If I lure them close to battery number 13, it should be able to work them over. Oh, come on. Can our torpedoes not deal with Japanese cruisers? Because they should hit, but they don't. Okay, there we go. Now we managed to land a torpedo hit on one of their destroyers. Thank God for that. Wow, the Rubin's just driving them off with her 6-inch guns. She doesn't care. Five people watching me do this. Like, Dr. Clark's on the other side of the channel, you know. No one would blame you if he clicked over. Ah, god damn it, it's such a shame. Oh! Excellent. Bomb hit! Our airships are actually just casually bombing the crap out of them. Excellent. Well, it was a bit of a rough action, but we managed it. Yeah, Japan technically won that one. Damn it. Okay, Austria-Hungary just seems to be self-imploding. Which is, I mean, alright, if they want to self-implode, let them. And I'll build a class of 6 long-range submarines. There we go, 2 more trade protection destroyers. CVLs are in Smolensk. The light cruisers are rapidly winging their way out to the Far East. We've got the war emergency light cruisers being built. We've got 2 new battle cruisers being built that are going to immediately enter the Mediterranean and start doing funky shit there. Along with the new destroyers. Japanese Navy declines battle. Japanese Navy declines battle. Oh, finally they're willing to come and fight. Shreya, it's your birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday! For tomorrow. Just in case I don't see you. I don't like this. I don't like operating this close inshore. These cruisers don't have that much AA. I'm going to be relying on scouting reports from... Okay, so the airships say there's some merchant traffic there. What I really want to know is where the enemy hunting group is and where to avoid it. Where was that contact? So there's apparently a merchant ship there. And it's steaming out towards there. So in theory... there should be merchant traffic round here, because that's where it does seem to be. There we go. Our airships have managed to find and attack what appears to be the enemy cruiser squadron. We've not been engaged or spotted by enemy aircraft yet, but it's possibly only a matter of time. Oh, that appears to be the enemy cruisers. Oh, hang on. That's only a single Akashi class. If we jump on that... Oh no, never mind, it's not. I don't know, we seem to be getting the better of the gun engagement this time. Don't know what we've done to deserve that victory, but we seem to be getting it anyway. Approach the sonar contact. Possible submarine. Bug up. We have an airbase in Busan, don't we? Yeah, we do. We have an airship base and an airbase. Might miss ramblings tomorrow as I'm going to a steakhouse. Good for you! You enjoy yourself. Okay. Managed to land a bomb hit on a destroyer. It's very good. Japan did win, but we managed to sink one transport. It's not so bad. Yes, we will cashier him. Duma organises additional war loan. Budget increases. Excellent. Very much excellent. We'll have additional destroyers being built. We shall need them for the war. The enemy's preparing to invade Northern Korea. Oh, no you don't. I'm pleased. This gives me a chance to actually... You do realise this is literally what I want. I have been quite literally waiting for you to do this, Japan. So, please. Please. Okay. We don't know where the enemies are, but we'll find them. And when we do find them, we're going to kill them. We know where they're going, because there's the land-based artillery batteries there. That tells us where they're going. We just don't know where they are. But we'll find them. We will definitely find them. And when we do, I very much look forward to the big guns having a chance to actually do what they're paid for. Okay, according to that, there's 2 battle cruisers on a course west-southwest. And there's a bunch of battleships approaching, so it's very clear that they are coming in from that angle. I'm just going to have the battle cruisers steam south at 25 knots just to check that out. Apparently we're about to have contact, but we would have seen them if they were there. Maybe they're behind. Oh, hang on. Increase to 21 knots, turn around. The battle cruisers have found something. Is that the merchant convoy? That is! That's the merchant convoy! That is also the entirety of the enemy, I think, battle force. Luckily. Oh, don't tell me night's coming. Oh, fuck's sake. No! I do not want a night action. I am not keen on a night action. Oh, bloody hell! Avoid the torpedoes. God damn it! She's taken a torpedo hit from an enemy strike package. For some reason, somehow they found the carriers. I don't know how they managed that, but they did. Well, it's too late now. The carrier fleets may as well retire to Dalny. There's nothing they can do in this fight now. We can't do carrier night ops. Oh, for God's sake. Yeah, it's one of our... Yep, it's one of our old light carriers. Yep. Compared to the two brand spanking new ones. Still stings, though. Well, we know where the enemy's strike force is, at least, so that's something. And we know where they're going to try and go. So... what we basically need is the battle cruisers to act as a forward warning line. So that if they do try something, we're ready for them. Because their line of advance is roughly here. It is possible they could be looping round, so I'm going to send the battle force back up, just in case they're trying to loop round land troops. And I'll have the battle cruisers operate to the rear and to the left of them. Yeah, we've been midwayed. Probably Lexington's more accurate. To be fair, they were old merchant carrier conversions. Remember, they were crash built for the Great War. And well, they were never expected to serve this long. Oh. I think are they withdrawing? They must be withdrawing then. Because that's nowhere near the landing operations area. Are they withdrawing? They must be withdrawing. Surely. They've got to be withdrawing. I hate not knowing. Goodbye, Stephen. I hate not knowing. Oh, well, we found him. Hard to starboard. I don't know what that ship is, but it's either the edge of a formation or it's the lead of one. God damn it. Come on. We've got to find them. Oh my god, there they are. That's the Japanese battle line. Bloody hell! They just flash-fired one of our battle cruisers. They flash-fired Grangham. Those absolute bastards. There goes a third of Russia's battlecruiser force. Gone. Holy smokes, yep, there's their entire force. There we go, and least torpedo fire into there. Oh, for God's sake, why do we keep taking torpedo hits? Why do our boys never launch torpedoes? Why is it always theirs? And it's now 9:30, and with the action on the verge of being joined, we're going to have to call that session here today, folks. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much for partaking. I hope you've all had a fantastic time. I will be continuing this next week, as the third Russo-Japanese War has its decisive